Welcome to Everlasting Talk. Hello and welcome to Everlasting Talk. I'm your host, Ever. Please make sure to check us out on Instagram, X, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Get your merch on Spring, and coming soon, buy me a coffee. Today, we're talking about Haile Selassie the First. Haile Selassie was the emperor of Ethiopia from 1930 to 1974 and a defining figure in a modern African history. He is known for his resistance against Italian invasion, his role in modernizing Ethiopia, and his influence in the Pan-African movement. He's also seen as a Masonic figure by followers of the Rastafarianism movement. Haile Selassie was born as Tarafi Makanin on July 23, 1892, in Ejersa, Goro, Ethiopia. He was the son of Ras Makanin, who a trusted advisor to Emperor Menelik II, and Wazario Weshembet Ali. His lineage traced back to the Solomonic dynasty, who claimed descent from King Solomon and Queen of Sheba. Fari received a great education, studying Homeric, French, and governance with private tutors. After Menelik's death, Tafari maneuvered politically and eventually became the regent and heir apparent under Empress Zawitu. Following the death of Empress Zawitu in 1930, Tafari Makanin became Emperor Haile Selassie I. He sought to modernize Ethiopia, including a new constitution, building infrastructure, and promoting education. His rule had a major test when in 1935, fascist Italy under Benito Mussolini invaded Ethiopia. Selassie led a resistance but was forced to exile in 1936, appealing to the League of Nations to help. His speech in Geneva condemned the inaction of global powers against aggression. In 1941, with the support of the British, Selassie returned to Ethiopia and reclaimed his throne. He later played a role in founding the Organization of African Unity, OAU, in 1963, advocating for African independence and unity. During the 1950s and 1960s, he was an internationally respected leader. Ethiopia was seen as a beacon for African sovereignty. The OAU was hosted in Addis Ababa. At the same time, he became a divine figure in Rastafarianism movement as a messiah prophesied by Marcus Garvey. Although based in Jamaica, they saw Ethiopia as a spiritual homeland. Despite his international prestige, Haile Selassie's later reign was marked by growing unrest, economic struggle, famine in the 1970s, and accusations of government neglect weakened his rule. The famine, which resulted in thousands of deaths, exposed deep flaws in his administration. In 1974, military officers known as the Derg staged a coup and disposed of him, ending centuries of monarchy in Ethiopia. Haile Selassie died on August 27, 1975, under mysterious circumstances while under house arrest in Addis Ababa. Officially, he was said to have died of natural causes of respiratory failure, but many believe he was assassinated by the Derg regime. It was not until 1992 when his bones were found under his former palace, under the toilet, a year after the Derg's power collapsed in 1991. In 1994, several military officers were charged in his murder due to strangling him in his bed and covering it up, among other crimes. His body was at the Opta Church until November 5th, 2000, where he was finally given a funeral by the Holy Trinity Cathedral in Addis Ababa. Some still don't believe that it was his bones to this day, according to many in the Rastafarianism movement. Haile Selassie remains a controversial yet significant figure. To some, he was a visionary modernizer and African unifier, while others criticize his autocratic rule and failure to address Ethiopia's socioeconomic issues. His influence on the Rastafarian movement ensures his memory lives on in a global culture, while Ethiopia continues to grapple with its complex legacy. Haile Selassie's role in resisting colonialism, shaping modern Ethiopia and influencing Pan-Africanism makes him a pivotal figure in world history. His connection to the Rastafarian faith adds a unique cultural and spiritual dimension to his legacy. Some things to check out. You check out King of Kings, The Triumph and Tragedy of Emperor Haile Selassie I of Ethiopia by Asta Wozen Asaret, which is a biography you could check out. Also check out The Emperor, Downfall of an Autocrat by Raised Kaporsky. It's a journalistic account of his rule and his downfall. You should also check out Haile Selassie, The Life and Legacy of the Ethiopian Emperor, Reverend as a Messiah by Rastafarians by Charlie River Editors, which pretty much just shows a historical analysis of his reign. Thank you so much for joining us here at Everlasting Talk. Again, I'm your host, Ever. Make sure to check us out on Instagram, X, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch. Get your merch on Spring. And coming soon, Buy Me a Coffee. And Buy Me a Coffee, I'm trying to get more exclusive content, stuff I can't post anywhere else. So I'll be on the lookout for that. I'm still trying to make game plans for that. Still trying to see what I'm going to do and what the future holds. Next episode, we are talking about Dwight D. Eisenhower. So turn on your notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of Everlasting Talk. For more content, follow us on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram at Everlasting Talk. Thank you.